¡Yey! ¿Qué tal, chavales? ¿Cómo estáis? Aquí estamos en GreedFall y después del anterior capítulo, pues... me parece que vamos a hacer la misión de Petrus para no ir tan a piñón con la principal. Así que nada, si os gusta el vídeo podéis dejar un like y si os apetece suscribís. Venga, os dejo con el vídeo. Hasta ahora, chavales. Bien, a ver. Había dado la habilidad de la de furia. Y estoy mirando un poco a ver si me han dado algo decente, pero qué va. Y eso, me parece que vamos a hacer la visión de... esta, porque si no, no sé. Me da a mí la sensación de que vamos demasiado a piñón.
I'm happy you came to find me. Allow me to apologize once again. I should have spoken to you sooner, told you what I knew, and not betrayed your trust.
Venga, venga.
Indeed, you should have.
As I said, I'd like to make up for it and help you find your family again.
How do you intend to do that?
As you now know, I knew your mother. We had trouble communicating at first, of course, but we gradually learned to understand one another. She was important in her village. Based on what I know today, I think she was a Donegad.
Joder.
She told me her name, Arelwin, and told me about her family. She even gave me a pendant for you. You were only a child, so I gave it to Mrs. de Sade for safekeeping.
She gave me a necklace when I went to say goodbye to her. She said it was a family heirloom.
¿Y dónde está
Did
eso?
my mother tell you the name of her village?
No, but I'm sure the Norts can help us. They were the ones who took your mother to the continent.
It was such a long time ago. How can I find out if they remember?
¿Se
The
acuerdan?
Norts record everything down to the gentlest breeze. He must have written something in a logbook somewhere. So, do you want to try and find out where you come from? Do you want to find your relatives?
Yo quiero.
All this is so new to me, but I suppose so, yes.
Let's go then.
Venga, que sí, que ya tengo el equipo muy bueno. Venga, venga, venga. ¿Y el almirante Cabral este dónde está? Ah, está aquí, ¿no? Está ahí, está ahí. Esa es la de siempre. O no el Menawi. Ese soy yo. Vale, el carahuevo Cabral, a ver. Sí, ahora voy, good people. Por aquí vamos al puerto, ¿no? Muros, joder, veo un montón de cajas para coger. Aquí había otra, pero dentro, pero de... mucho esfuerzo para poca recompensa. ¿Ves? Si es la de siempre, esta lo sabe todo. A ver, ¿ahora qué?
I'm listening, Admiral.
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his crew of being a spy. It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information to foreigners.
Why ask me to take care of it?
This is a very serious accusation. One that results in a member of the guild being expelled. The Norts are like a family, very connected, but also likely to carry resentment. I think an external view is required to be certain that there will be no bias.
Vale.
Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow you to get more answers than us.
I see. What is the exact nature of the information that could have been sent?
It's up to you to find out. But all the Norts know how we navigate our ships. You've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep them secret.
I agree. Where can I find Captain Reuben?
At
Reuben.
the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before he landed. I'm counting on you, Your Excellency.
Pues vamos a ver a
You must
Rubén.
shed light on this case.
Vale, eso es otra misión, pero no tiene nada que ver
Come
con
to
esta,
talk
¿no?
to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships, of an islander captured on the island.
We'd like to know about this woman's origins.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions. and our old archives are far from here.
Is there no one on TF4D who can help us? Please.
Very well.
Vale, a
I do
ver.
know an old captain who could perhaps help you out.
Where
Rubén.
can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Captain Lisandro.
Thank you for your
Lisandro
help.
López, jugador de no sé qué equipo.
Yes, Admiral.
Don't get too caught up in the past. That one in particular.
¿Por qué?
Nothing good will come of it.
Whether or not we choose to get caught up in it, Admiral, the past always catches up with us. Sadly, I'm paying the price of this.
Vale, pues parece ser que nos han dado una nueva misión. Eso es. Pero no, vamos a hacer esta. Luego hablaremos con el amigo Rubens. Ay, espera, que puedo viajar de aquí. Me iba a ir a mi casa, pero ¿para qué? Hikmet. Pues venga. ¿Y estos qué? ¿No tienen ninguna misión? Ah, sí, míralo. Vale, ese ya tenemos otra misión con él. Pues podremos hacerla también, sí. Cuando acabemos esta y la otra, claro.
The enlightened that a captain who took part in these expeditions is right here on the island.
Vamos,
It is
vamos.
indeed a stroke of luck.
¿Estas mierdas cómo es que no las he investigado aún?
Do not worry. If his memory fails him, he may have kept his diary from that time.
Muy bien, muy bien. Lo que usted diga, señor. Un señor un tanto mayor y poco agraciado, ¿no? Un poco agraciado, pero con un piquito... Lisandro!
Hello there. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I am Captain Lisandro. Pleased to meet
Jugador del
you.
Oporto.
I don't
Creo que era el
think
Porto,
I've had
¿no?
the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. Now what? Well, what can I do for you?
A ver, ha jugado en muchos equipos, ¿no? Pero creo que en el Porto fue donde más triunfó Lisandro López. No sé. Igual me estoy liando yo.
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So,
You are the only one on this island that can help me.
really? Oh, I think I understand.
Hostia, Lisandro está avispado, ¿eh?
That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child...
Y lo tienes delante, amigo.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her well.
Listen, it's not...
No será este gilipollas mi padre, porque ya lo que faltaba.
My memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
Pues le tengo que dar dinero, esto no...
Do you need a little gold to jog your memory?
You're quite the merchant, aren't you? But since you're asking so nicely, I do actually need a new sail.
Ah, amigo.
Here's your gold, Captain.
Perfect. My old boat thanks you. Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something.
Cago
Wait
en
for me
Dios.
here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the
Vignamar.
natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you
Vignamri.
for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my
Sí,
old
ya.
age.
Lo que te estás volviendo es avaro, cabrón. Que querías dineritos.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people.
Ah, pero si a Lulan ese ya lo conocemos.
Really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. Desade was loving. She raised you with tenderness. And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
Que sí, cállate ya un mes. Ha dicho que la conoce muy a fondo, ¿eh? ¿Cuánto a fondo? Hasta los huevos. Porque como sea así, yo no quiero un padre viejancos y raro, ¿eh? En todas las ciudades me dan una buena casa y aquí me han dado una choza en los barrios. No, no, no. Así no se me trata a mí. Que saco el mandoble rápido a pasear, ¿eh? A ver, ¿de qué me...? Este tío ya el nombre me suena. A ver si es el que creo que es. Este era la rata comadreja, ¿no? Sí. Hijo puta. El que nos utilizó.
I recently found out that my mother came from your village.
Your mother was from Vietnamry. Now I understand.
Vaya, le suena a todo el mundo, macho.
Seems so familiar to me.
Indeed. She was captured before my birth and sent to the continent.
She was called Arelwyn. Did you know her?
Of course. Everyone here remembers her kidnapping.
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then. It was a very long time ago, but I remember the village Denegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died, including the one she loved. It was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength in one blow.
So my father died too. Do you know if any
entonces no es el Petrus este, ¿no?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister. She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Arelwyn was a renowned healer across all of Tiafradi. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her powers.
Do you know where I can find my aunt?
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She is an elderly woman now, and very much enjoys her own company.
Pues vamos a ver a nuestra tía.
Doesn't speak much to me, but others here can probably tell you where to find her.
Contigo no habla porque es una rata, hombre.
Anything else?
No, no, te vayas a tomar por culo.
I must...
No me fío ni un pelo de ese hombre ya.
What do you think of the chief of your village?
Wait till you
He seems quite friendly compared to the others we've run into.
Pero sí.
A bit too friendly, if you ask me. A little too concerned with pleasing the settlers.
And you think that's a bad thing?
He reminds me of myself when I was younger. And that's not a compliment.
Joder.
My fear is that he serves his own ambition. And this is often done at the expense of others.
Pero a ver, ¿por qué sacan esta conversación si ya sabemos la que nos ha hecho este? Que nos usó para lo de matar a los tíos esos y todo el copón. En fin. Parece majo, dice. Joder, parece majo, pues es un hijo de puta.
There's no one here. Let's go and ask the inhabitants of the village if they know where to find her.
The islanders protect their Donegada. I don't know if they'll speak to some Renaigse.
Don't forget, you are one of them after all.
Hombre, estaba claro que no iba a estar aquí, si no, qué fácil. A ver tú, ¿dónde está mi tía?
Hello.
Renaigse. Do you need help, Renaigse?
Actually, yes. I'm looking for the village Donegad.
Oh. And what do you
Que es mi
want
tía.
from her?
Díselo así.
Ulan told me that she could help me to find someone.
Ulan must have wanted to play a dirty trick on you. There's no love lost between Ulan and the Donegad. She says that he loves the people from your island too much. But Ulan saved our village. Anyway, if you want to find her. Try heading towards the western plains. I am not sure if she is there right now, but she likes going for walks there.
I'm extremely grateful.
Ya, interroga a la aldea, solo es esto, eso es interrogar a la aldea, a uno. Hala, pues vamos para allá, venga. Vamos a encontrar a nuestra tía. Que al final... Hombre, estaba claro si este tía tenía la cara así, ¿no? O sea, el tocho ese pegado. Pero ¿y quién será el padre? ¿Un insular también? No sé yo, ¿eh? Hola, pavo. Adiós, pavo. Pobre pavo, tío. En el fondo no sé por qué hago eso. Bueno, da materiales, qué coño, ¿no? ¿Y aquí qué? ¿Hay unos padguatos? Hola, padguato. ¡Dios! Vaya, qué tiro me ha pegado, ¿no? Mira cómo corro. Y toma como matizo. Quería usar la habilidad nueva, pero no la voy a usar si no me quitan armadura ni vida, ¿no? A ver, que pegas más rápido también se supone, pero... Vale, acá hay algo. Notas del profesor Serafadín. Es verdad, joder, esto es... Creo que nunca he estado tan asustado como cuando ese Nadaig Magamen arremetió contra nosotros. Lanza en mano. Pensaba que había llegado mi hora. Y eso hubiera sido el caso de no haber sido por la intervención de mi valiente guardaespaldas, que consiguió bloquear su ataque y así nos dio tiempo a escapar. Sin embargo, ahora que se ha pasado el miedo, me arrepiento de no haber prestado más atención a la bestia en sí. A pesar de su enorme tamaño, parecía casi humana. Tendremos que seguir observándolas. Bueno, nosotros ya nos hemos enfrentado a esos. Ahí está. Ahí va, ahí va. Que le están atizando a ella. Yo creía que eran sus amigos de primeras.
Well, thank you for stepping in. I don't understand what has happened. Usually these animals accept me.
Pues Petrus.
Something must have
La cara de viejo de que lleva.
We are glad we arrived at the right time. We would have been very upset if something had happened to you.
Excuse me, but are you Slan, the Denegad of Vignamri?
Yes, that's me. Were you looking for me?
Yes, we were. If you would allow us, we'd like to accompany you and tell our
Está un poco jodida mi tía, ¿eh?
Very well. I will walk by your side.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it...
Hola, tía, dame la paga.
Your face reminds me of hers.
My mother, or rather, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
A Relwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Relwyn, who died far away from us all, and divorced Tiersey. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her.
¿Cómo que la amabas?
I have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have guessed.
Everyone loved our Elwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us.
Entonces me estás diciendo que mi madre llevaba una pintura fea como esa.
The child of Tia Fradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Magum. Welcome.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me?
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative, and you lied to everyone, including yourself. But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the enlightened will remember this when I stand before him.
Joder, viejalas. Ya está, esta es la misión. Hola, tía. Vaya mierda de misión. Muy justa, ¿no? O sea, no sé, no me esperaba yo que fuera tan así. Pues vamos a hacer otra. La del señor Salchicha. Joder, la del tipo ese. La del Kurt. Que no me salía su puto nombre.
Greenblood, my friend.
Qué buen plano.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
¿Qué quieres, amigo?
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's office?
Sí.
Of course. The one that said the recruits had been sent to different governors.
Sí.
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman.
Sí.
Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done.
Pues yo te ayudo.
I know that he's in San Mateus.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Raynor and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in
El mejor plano del juego este.
He's part of the
Qué bonito.
Red Sun Regiment now.
Increíble
He's
pintura.
loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself?
Sí.
If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
Remember that we are talking about San Mateus. We should get rid of your major in broad daylight.
What kind of twisted scheme have you come up with now, old fox?
Ya te digo.
We need to ensure that he falls into the hands of the Ordo Luminous. They love burning people at the stake. And they don't care too much about who ends up in the...
Ya lo sabemos de primera
The
mano.
Inquisitor isn't very fond of us. I doubt we'd be able to convince him.
Haven't I taught you anything, my child? Every man has his weaknesses, including Aloysius. I could help you convince him if you'd
Puto viejo zorro, cabrón.
I hate those burnings. But Herman, he may be the only one who really deserves it. We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then, agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
Vale. Iba a llevarme a Shiora y a Kurt. Pero si este tío nos puede ayudar, dejaremos a Shiora. Solo para esta misión, claro. Y ahora que me para pensar, ¿el Kurt este cómo va equipado? Bueno, tampoco va tan mal, ¿eh? Le ponemos esto, ¿no? Hace menos daño a la armadura, pero... Esta. Ay, iba a hacer la de los nautas, ya decía yo, se me ha olvidado. Bueno, da igual, hacemos esta ya que estamos. Vale. Y volvemos aquí. Hacemos esta ya. Me la quito. Y ya seguimos con nuestro equipo. Que si ahora es la polla. Aún no me puedo abrir esa mierda de cofre. Pero bueno. Vale, a ver, ¿dónde estoy yendo? Vale. No, no, por aquí no... Sí, sí, sí se puede ir, sí. Pero es por aquí. Oh. Creo que eso se podía saltar, ¿no? He hecho antes de tiempo. ¿Quién me ataca? Ah, pues están aquí. Tonto. Hala, vete por ahí, anda. No ha pasado nada, tranquilo, ciudadanos. Todo controlado. Soy de Sardé, no sé qué de la congregación. Puedo hacer lo que me salga la polla. Este tiene una misión. A ver, ¿qué tienes que decirme, amigo?
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you.
Misiones, misiones.
It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well, I will find out. No.
Vale, pues ya tenemos... No, gracias. Se me ha hecho gracia. Muy bien, lo investigaré. Se queda así, se cruza de brazos, lo mira y dice no, gracias. Vale. Vale, pues nuevas misiones, sí, porque si no me ventilo el juego en 3 segundos. No, pero ya me entendéis, no es... No es bien. A ver tú. Bueno, primero voy a leer esto. Ah, no es leer, es saquear. Gustava.
Hello, Commander.
Lord Desade. And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
We are here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinder.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished?
Pues no lo sé.
I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way. The Ordo Luminis.
You want to have them burned as
Sí,
heretics?
sí, sí.
If
Que
he'd been
arda.
caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both.
Gracias.
Promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
Vale.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminous keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the guard.
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinde.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
¡Ey, ey, ey! Ah, estoy viajando ya automáticamente. Vale, vale. Kurt, la promesa, ¿eh? No te vengas arriba. Te vas arriba. Que parece que solo quieres sangre. Habla con el cabo. Tenemos... Ah, mira, esta que es opcional esto. A ver. Negocia con el inquisidor y habla con el cabo a cargo de la prisión de San Mateus. ¿Cuál hago primero? Vamos a intentar con el Alioshus ese, pero si no sale bien... Si no sale bien se carga. ¡Ya! Estaba aquí en medio de la plaza el tío, ¿no? Sí, míralo.
What do you want now?
We have come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really?
Really?
Listening?
Yeah.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminis. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered. You should leave me now.
Petrus, ¿estás aquí para algo?
Your lack of faith has already been proven in the past. I don't know why you even came to see me.
Come now, Aloysius. Are you going to let this regrettable incident obscure your judgment?
Incident? You call the obvious lack of faith of your protege and his behavior an incident?
A momentary error, nothing else. Which he largely made up for by denouncing the commander's plot. To think that without him, San Mateus would be in the hands of faithless, lawless mercenaries, and that we would no longer have any chance of guiding this island towards the light.
You always know how to shine the best light on the situation.
Tiene un piquito el puto viejo.
I came to see you in particular because I know how much you value justice. I know that political machinations have no hold over you. This man nearly plunged your entire city into chaos. Yet he got away with it with impunity. Only you can make sure he receives the punishment he deserves.
It would seem that despite your past mistakes, you are sometimes rather prescient. A traitor of this kind shouldn't be able to get away with it. And I wouldn't let
Lo
myself...
hemos convencido de puta madre.
I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many
No
questions.
importa, tú quémalo.
But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure justice is delivered. The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious enlightened.
Vale,
May
chachi.
he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
No, no, no. Nada más, nada más.
Nothing. It's all right.
Remember that the enlightened is always watching you.
Vale, vale. Que me vigile todo lo que quiera, majo. Porque en el fondo no me vigila él a mí. Yo le vigilo a él. Así que tenga cuidado. Joder, ha sido culpa de la puta enemiga número 1 mío del juego. ¿Qué es esa rueda? Lo sabemos todos. Ahí está mi casa. Hombre, es la rueda maligna. Solo quiere verme sufrir. Y me atasca así. Me quedo con la rueda. A ver, aquí que es abajo, ¿no? Y ahora... Sí. Ya iba bien, ya. Que sí, que no voy a ligarme a ninguna de tus... Esto, no voy a pagar un puto duro, cabeza huevo. No, para arriba no es. Es por aquí, ¿no? Sí. ¡Ey! ¿Qué pasa, compi?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Este es el que mientras me cargaba a los tíos ahí al lado no movió un dedo. Se quedó como diciendo de...
Sir, Commander Zieglander wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So, what can I do for you?
We're looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see.
Sí, sí. Interrogar, interrogar.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminous jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme.
Calla.
Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why is that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. And they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
Vale.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood.
¿Tengo yo de esas? Sí, ¿no?
So you need sleeping potions. Is that right?
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know, and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
No.
We should go.
Goodbye.
Pues ya está, ¿no? Le he dado las misiones. Le he dado las... ¿Es esto, no? Sí. Vale, ¿y sus carapollas esos dónde están? ¿Ahí arriba? Aquí no es, ¿no? Mira, aquí son los que me cargué y el tío me miraba y como diciéndome... Qué bonito es lo que estás haciendo, decía. Muy bien trabajado. Así se corta una cabeza. Muy bien, amigo. Iba diciendo el tío.
You're far from your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
We're looking for Major Herman. I was told you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission
Yeah.
somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it.
Guards, help me!
Vaya, cómo no. Esto no iba a acabar de buena manera, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, a mí no me importa, ¿eh?
So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll never tell you anything.
Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse.
Gracias, amigo.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurt?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
Vaya, y los dos tenientes viven y todos estos han muerto por su culpa. Qué bonito, ¿no? Por cierto, este se ha llevado un tiro en la cara que, vamos, se ha quedado atontado. Ahí va, ¿dónde está? Bueno, da igual. Pues nada, chavales, vamos a dejar el capítulo aquí. En el siguiente iremos a hacer esto y haremos la misión de los nautas. Todo lo que sea secundarias, bienvenidos sean, porque si no se acaba rápido la... Mira, los parecen los guardias de la puerta, ¿no? Pero no lo son. ¡Ja! En fin, espero que os haya gustado el vídeo y que lo hayáis disfrutado. Nos vemos en próximos vídeos. Venga, chavales, hasta luego.